What's going on, guys? Welcome back to RC Everyday. Back in the camper, done some improvements to the mobile studio, got some sound dampening materials in here. So out at USTE, I did get to drive almost all my rigs, all my crawlers, my Core 4, I call them. And I kind of forgot how good this 4Runner is. This is the Trailfinder 2. It's already got a bunch of mods done to it. I picked it up used, but we've got some new stuff we're going to throw at it because it did so well. And there's a few things it's been neglecting and things that I needed to do for a while. So we're going to take a look at that. I think I've got all the tools I need out here. It's a little unorthodox, but we're going to make it work because I got to get to doing what I love doing. So take a look at these products. One thing that's been bugging me about this rig forever is I've had the plastic sliders, and I just don't like the way they stick out. RC4wd Drive quit making the solid bar, single bar sliders for the TF2. So the folks at ScalerFab, they still make them. So I've got this to try. This is the first ScalerFab product I've actually had. I don't know why it's taken so long to get some of their stuff, because they make stuff for everything. Also, I realized this is still a leaf sprung rig. I've got my Bowhouse, these are, what do they call them? Rear leaf shackle mount. So these are they changed the location, they moved the shackle down to a tighter angle, giving a little more flex. Not a huge issue on this truck. Some of them, like my TF3, the shackle's almost straight up and down, and that's probably because the leaves are still stiff and not broken in. They're holding more of an arch. This truck I picked up used, so it is very well broken in, and it's got all kinds of mods on it, which we'll cover once we start working on it. And the biggest thing, we've got a Reefs 4Runner. After running, I rode the old red Hilux first out there, and that thing is just a tank. It is unstoppable. That servo is so smooth and quiet that I could not bear to listen to the Savox in this thing grunt and groan the entire way. So yeah, and I've got a aluminum servo horn for that as well. I hope that's the right size. I think it is. But also the rig needs a little work, but I think we're going to save the body stuff for the next video because I have another project that I want to do on it, and I'm waiting on paint pens. I did not know. Apparently last summer testers got bought out, and I use those testers flat black enamel paint pens for everything. I'm in the middle of painting the 1/18 scale Blackhawk RC4wd Drive, and I went to get my paint pens and it was dried up. I've been everywhere. Nobody has them. They laughed at me when I told them I was looking for it at the hobby town out here. So I found some, I got them on Amazon, ordered a few. Hopefully it lasts me a few years until something better comes along, but right now there's nothing really available. And I've had that issue a lot this weekend. I've been trying to find some new weathering products that people have shared with me, and I found Michael's had the stuff I was looking for, and it was, yeah, clearanced out. They're not getting any more. So there's a lot of shortages with the hobby stuff now. But yeah, I'm excited about these mods. This truck is a tank. It's nearly bulletproof, and we're going to armor it up a little bit more. Quick rundown what we've got here. This is Trailfinder 2, single speed. We're running this TorqueMaster Expert, I think it's Sport. Oh, I've just came with it. I've not used these. I always use the Expert, the white motors. This one a little bit different, but it's been working great. It's nice and smooth. It's got plenty of power. 20 turn sounds a little high, but apparently these are different. That's what everybody told me. I was worried about it when I first got it, and everybody said it'll be close to what I'm used to, and it's turned out to be very accurate. As far as electronics goes, this rig did get a 1080, a Hobbywing 1080, which was a nice upgrade because I put the Jeep 1060s in just about everything, and that's been really fantastic. This is the first ESC I've ever programmed in 30 years of RC stuff, so I've kind of new to all that. So it was an experiment, and I actually got a tune in it that I'm pretty happy with. Other than that, the chassis has A&M Garage transfer case tuck with skid plates. Really nice stuff. This is the first one I've had, and it is fantastic. Also out front we have their leaf spring reversal kit, so the shackle's in the back and the hangers in the front. And all that's just left bare metal. We'll let it rust up over time and do its thing. Not picky about that. And rust we trust. And cosmetics on the chassis. We've got the CC hand front and rear bumpers, and I tell you, they are very expensive, but man, they sure are nice and good looking. The issue with that I had, the RC4wd Drive winch would not fit in there, so I'm running a little 3 racing winch, and I threw a warn sticker on there from the RC4wd drive one. I was kind of disappointed because it sits in there a little low, but it works. And at least we've got something out front. This truck I did upgrade to a Yoda 2 front. Still has a Yoda 1 rear. The Yoda 2 I had, it had been swimming quite a bit over the years, and it finally seized up. Let's show you that rear bumper. Rear bumper with tire carrier, CC hand. I got these from RC4wd Drive. Very nice quality stuff. I had to trim the ends a little bit to clear these big tires. These are the 155 Yoda steel wheels, and they came white, and I don't think I weathered them. I just hit them with a matte clear, and got a real nice finish on it. Just dulled down. 6 lug. We've got the Yoda hubs in the front, and just some old, I think those were G-made or something, hubs from 20 years ago that I threw on the rear. So, that being said, let's take a look at some of these new parts. The sliders are going to be probably the most involved because we've got to pull the battery tray and things out to get access to those rear screws. And that's going to stink, but I think the other ones go on pretty easy. Alright guys, like that look. Nice, simple, no frills, no nothing sticking out. Nice solid piece. They went on real easy. I was able to reuse the stock screws, just threw some lock nuts on the outside, left them how they were. Pretty simple. So, I think while we're up front, I've already got the servo wire removed. Go ahead and swap that out for that Reefs. so we're moving on to the Bowhouse rear hangers, or rear shackle mounts. These are just a little mod. It makes a little bit of a difference, and I've run this on my other leaf spring trucks. I had that blue TF2 that I sold last year, bone stock chassis, and that made a world of difference on the rear as far as flexibility. It's hard to tell. They have the stock one on the right or left, and now the Bowhouse on the top of it, and you can see it just brings that mount back just a hair to the front, and that's going to put your shackle, instead of being straight up and down, it's going to give it a little bit more rake in, so it's going to be more prone to move and flex the way we need it to. I like these little things. They've got the little Bowhouse logo on them. It's an inexpensive little mod. These things were how much? I think they're like $8 or $12 or something. They're nice CNC'd. Like I said, it's got the little bone logo on it. It's kind of cool. And just one of those little things you can do to your leaf spring truck to yeah, make it move a little bit more. These bolt in just like the factory ones. They are threaded, and it's a pretty quick and easy job. Alright, you can really see the angle on it now that they're both done. Under full flex, they come right up against that CC hand bumper. Feels a little bit softer. I'm digging it. This truck's set up for these heavy bumpers, and that body's pretty heavy too. So, I've really, though, the chassis I haven't done much else with since I bought it. The springs were well used and broken in. The shocks are pretty much toast. I mean, the eyes are shot on them, and they're just rattly and loose, and it squeaks when it crawls, and it works. I dig it. So I'm gonna do a quick function test, make sure we've got that Reefs hooked up good, see how quiet it is, and yeah, that'll wrap this video up. Alright guys, this thing is a beast. That is so smooth. I'm gonna have to figure out how to set limits because we are hitting the leaf spring, but just right out of the box, I threw that servo horn on there. The one I got from Reefs is actually for the micro servos. I got the wrong ones. But luckily the one that was on here was a Vanquish. I had no idea where it came from. I guess it came on the truck. But that Vanquish or that Savox is gone. It's not twitchy. That would sit there and do that kind of stuff on me all the time when we're trying to take shots on the trail, and it would make the lights flicker a little bit. This thing is just dead quiet. Super sensitive, super smooth. I'm digging it. And I'm really liking these sliders too. I love that clean look. So I'm excited to get this out. I have nowhere to drive the new place at all. But we're going to do some body mods to this, and I'll give you a little sneak peek to what's coming. I've got a few repairs to make. Obviously, I'd like to fix some of these holes on the roof a little bit. I don't know if we're going to go there. I got to put my mirror back on if I can. I popped it off on the trail. My steering wheel rattled loose on the highway. And one thing that always bugged me, this body had a flip-up rear window, and all the 4Runners have always had the roll-down rear window. Oh yeah, I've knocked that loose in transport as well. So I've got some plastic, and I'm going to try to make a window that's rolled down in the back, and you can see it. Maybe do it crooked so it looks like it's come off the tracks. But that's what's in the works for this. Again, these were ScalerFab single bar sliders, just standard rock sliders for the TF2 and the Marlin. The Bowhouse CNC rear leaf shackles. I love those. It feels drastically different just dropping it in here on the table. And the Reefs 444. It's my favorite servo. The Reefs servos are expensive for a reason, because they're good. And that 444 is not their most craziest torque one, but it is more than enough for what I do. And it's been pretty fantastic so far. And I'm excited to have that in some other rigs. I've got another one that I think we're going to throw in the TF3. I've got a whole lot of upgrades to do on the TF3, so we're going to be doing that here pretty soon too. And then maybe I can make it up to my land and actually crawl these trucks, because I'm missing that. I haven't been up there. I don't think I've even been up there this year yet. I don't remember. Things have been so crazy. I finally did close on the house, so I am finally officially homeless. But yeah, just get out and have some fun with the hobby, guys. No matter what that means, whether it's 1/18 scale or 1/10 or real scale trucks, just get outside and do something fun. And support your local hobby shops, support your local or not local small businesses like ScalerFab, Bowhouse, Helios batteries. I've had Helios batteries now for, this will be the 3rd year. And yeah, I've never looked back going from stick packs to LiPo. I've never had any issues with any of the packs. I'm up to 5 or 6 Helios batteries now. I've got that giant 3700 in this truck right now, and unfortunately it won't fit under the 4Runner body, but I've got my little 2000 3S's that I use, and I love the power. I don't know how I ever ran stick packs. it's pretty pitiful looking back, but these things last so well. I mean, honestly, I charge my batteries 2 to 3 times a year. I don't get to drive that much, but when I do, I go out and I'll use one battery in every truck. Like I go up to my land and film, and it's just crazy how long they last. And I'll get home and it'll still be, mostly charged. And I'll just let it sit, and next time I go out, I'll just grab them and go. It's been so convenient. So stay tuned, guys. We've got a lot more to come. We're going to do some actual custom work on this body, as well as fix some stuff. We're still waiting on those paint pens to finish my 1/18 scale paint and detail video. It's going to be, I haven't decided if I'm going to weather it yet, because I can't find weathering stuff anywhere. So we're just going to have to play it by ear, see how it looks with what I've done so far. And I really want to get that out on some actual trail too, because I'm digging that chassis. It is every bit as good a quality as these trail finders that I love so much. So hoping to get that out. But thank you guys for watching, and thank everybody for the nice comments on the USTE video. That was a great weekend, great time with great people. So keep it scale, guys. I will see y'all next time.